Feels good to hear that song again. Good morning. I hope you had a great holiday season and got some cool presents. I know I did. At any rate, it's a new year with a new mic and a new camera, so let's get started. We begin with some international progress as North and South Korea have finally decided to come together to start talking about peace terms. Meeting in the demilitarized zone just north of the South Korean border, delegates from neighboring countries will be meeting for the first time in over 2 years to talk about settling tensions and relieving military from each other's borders. This, of course, is happening right before the Winter Olympics, which North Korea hopes to participate in. Hopefully this is just the first big step for more peaceful situations for North Korea. I say situations because this has nothing to do with us, and I don't think our two countries are even going to start to get along until one of our leaders either quits or gets assassinated. But, you know, baby steps. Alright, the next story is a little piece of good news for all you biologists out there. You see, for the first time in over 100 years, humpback whales are coming back to the water of New York City. And if you don't care much about whales, you might be thinking, oh, who cares, it's just whales. Well, you ignorant swine! The reason why they're coming back to New York City is because the water quality around the city has actually increased and gotten better, resulting in an increase in algae and plankton, which provides more food to underwater species. So not only is it cool that you can see more whales in New York City, but on top of that, it's a symptom that the overall water quality in New York City is actually getting better. In today's non-stop stream of bad news about how the polar ice caps are melting, which is true, and how we're all going to die and how our states are sinking, it's nice to see that at least some part of nature, no matter how small, is having a chance to recuperate. Finally, I have one of the most fun pieces of news I've ever featured on SwendooG. Alright, so it's pretty common knowledge that swastikas are bad, right? Well, quick PSA, swastikas do in fact suck. It's scientifically proven. Well, 34-year-old Ibo Amari agrees with me, and made it part of his job to find any swastikas that he found in his home of Germany, and turn them into tasteful street art. Since then, Ibo has put together a team to find these little puke stains and turn them into something really cool. And as an added bonus, Obi isn't teaching your kid to jump off a cliff or something, because all the swastikas that he paints over are owned on property that he's gotten express permission to paint on. Some of the art that this guy makes is so cool too. Links in the description will provide you a way to see all of the cool art that Obi and his team have been making. And that'll wrap us up for this week's episode of SwendooG. Feels good to be doing this again. Please share the video, it means an incredible amount to me and you get to spread more good news. Join us next week for a special themed episode of SwendooG. That's right, we're bringing it back. Until then, have a good day. Meeting in the in today's non-stop